we saw also, no, nagmamadali nga pati sa palo, agresibong-agresibo itong Philippine Army. And Cagayan has to find an answer to that.
Yes. Lapit lang ng bagay. Ang Army, magdaroon sa May the 4th na ngayon ng although may bahagi ng Aguinaldo, meron din silang mga offices dyan. Baka may party naka-ready na ito, ha?
Baka nga. Imbitado pa tayo dyan.
Ewan ko, di ko alam. Of course, Cagayan is our defending champion after winning 16 straight last year. That is with an excellent swing. Here comes Marciano. It's foiled. It's sent back. Spam.
And ito nga, no, this time around, Coach Ness, starting off with Giselle C. So a little bit of going back to his original starting 6. Ang nakita rin natin naging problema ng Cagayan in the first set was on their coverage. Ang daming namamatay na bola, wala sa pwesto yung depensa. Let's see if they can address that. But they commit that reception error.
Not the best way to start if you're rallying, trying to stage a comeback here. Nespa Millar, I'm looking at him and he can't understand what's happening to his team. He's looking at the scoreboard also. 2-0. You can't look at the other team. They're just playing so well.
That's right. So actually, the ball is in their hands. Kailangan nila gawa ng paraan. And Giselle C is trying to cheer her team on. Ano ba kayo? Mag-ingay naman tayo.
Yep, they gotta get back in the groove. Meanwhile, that stays down and Maiso gets up and scoring the first point of Cagayan in the second stanza. Shakey's, if it's one family pizza, it's gotta be Shakey's. Again, to all our viewers throughout the world, mabuhay kayo, mga kapwa nating kapuso nating Pilipino dyan. Sana nag-enjoy kayo ng ating volleyball and Shakey's Bilig. Ang serve naman ni Eulalio ay lumanding sa net. 3-1 ang bilang natin, abante na naman ng Army. Sabas will be serving. Sabas has had several opportunities to shine in the course of the tournament. Soriano whips it down. Sala keeps it afloat into the back row, but Pineda is there. Marciano, it's off the block and Gonzaga unable to contain it. They do get the score, but Nespa Millar still unhappy. Axel is our official outfitter here in the Shakey's B League. This is getting one player ready. He's disappointed with somebody, I don't know who. In the meantime, over received. That's a lift. Tina knew it.
She was trying to make the most out of that ball na medyo over ball na.
Yeah,
no?
actually that was the right call. It was not a lift. It was actually, she ended up overextending herself into the kapitbahay na dahil pang sinasabi. Yun na lang yun. 3-all. Cagayan just trying to keep in step here. Bautista, Salak makes do. Gonzaga is rejected, and finally Cagayan grabs a lead. They led only once in the first set, and that was way back when it was 5-4. But nothing much from them since that time. They lost the first set. If you just joined us, 25-14.
But this is a good front row right now for Cagayan with Vargas, Soriano, and Maizo. Let's see if they can pile on those points.
Get something going here. Gonzaga makes it to set. Bounce punishes Pineda in the back row. 5'4" Bang Pineda, of course, he converted Libero. Of course, Bang has always been an open hitter for Adamson.
But is also known to be one of the best defensive players as well.
Pag well-rounded and skills mo, you can play any position really in this game. Vargas rejected, and Gonzaga just relishing the moment.
And you see the difference, ano? Pag nagpa-block itong Philippine Army, you see that there's force in really directing the ball towards the floor. Yung mahihirapan ka talagang i-recover.
In direction, no? Yung movement ng hands is able to send the ball to the place where they want it. It becomes an overset, and it becomes a free ball courtesy of Marciano. Salak. What a combination! It nicks the corner! Oh boy!
Gonzaga on fire right now, coming from that excellent block. This time around, a running hit going to the middle.
Parang alanganin pa nga take-off niya.
Running hit
Oh, yun.
Yan ang hindi natin madalas ding nakikita dahil bihira yung nagra-running na kaliwete from the right side going to the middle.
Good point. Sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ng dengue, Lion Tiger Katolang gamitin proudly. Philippine made. Narito si Vargas. Huli. Tinaas. Pinilayo ng konti ni Pawang Bola. Tinaas kay Giselle C. Sa kabilang panig tayo. Bagsak si Jovelyn Gonzaga! Balse!
And Balse, no matter how simple the point is, ang maganda dito, binanggit mo to kanina, she always celebrates
Watch
the
this.
points.
Pag iikot si Jake Balse,
Save.
tinaas na tinasalang ito.
Reflexes lang lahat eh. Oh.
Bang, and then Salah. And look at Balse.
Yung close
Happy
fist,
birthday to
oh.
you. Happy birthday to you. 7-4.
Yan ang magandang attitude ng
Yes.
player, diba? No matter how long you've been playing the game.
Nice tip.
Ito na naman, ang mga sungkit.
Bautista na nungkit nga. Vargas. Out. 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 Wow. Even at their best moment, Cagayan cannot score. And it's now 8-4. Army beginning to patrol the beat with a...
It is a good start for the Lady Troopers and they have complete control of the game. A good start for set 1 and set 2. Sabi nga ni Coach Rico, kailangan tuloy-tuloy lang daw ang kanilang momentum. Huwag nilang bibigyan ng pagkakataon ng Cagayan para umabante. Pinaalalahanan din niya ang Lady Troopers sa pagdating sa atake. Dapat huwag sila palo ng palo at pag-aralan din nilang mabuti ang kanilang mga blockers. For the Lady Rising Suns, blocking at reception is what Coach Ness pointed out na kailangan nilang tibayan pa. We have been giving out a lot of opportunities for Army to score. According to Coach Ness, they need to tighten up their blocking kasi nagiging madali para sa Army ang umatake. Kailangan basahin nila ang atake ng Army para makapwesto rin sila ng tama. Pinag-aralan nila ito sa kanilang ensayo kaya dapat hindi silang mahirapan to execute in the game. Anan Sev?
Pinag-aralan talaga yung regalo na yan at talagang medyo na-punish si Giselle C. dun sa eksenang yon ng regalo ni Nene Bautista. Samantala, Balse, boy, they're unstoppable.
Pero hindi lang yun ang parusa, no? We're not even halfway the second set, pero nakakapitong puntos na itong Army sa kanilang mga atake. Cagayan, on the other hand, only 2 points.
Let's try to listen to this timeout and if we can, let's try. Boy, wala nang pinipili ngayon, ano? Lahat sila gulpin-gulat sa sermon.
Oo. Ang gusto nga ni Coach Ness, ano, gawin nila yung trabaho nila habang nandun sila sa loob. Well, napako sila ngayon at 4. And again, gusto mong tanggalin na yung pressure na ikaw yung naghahabol. So they need to get closer to the score of Philippine Army as early as now.
Yeah, because they're just halfway there. They just scored. It's now 5-10. The question I want to ask you is, we know that si Angueta Baquero has been injured. She hasn't been part of the starting line. May effect ba yan sa course ng pagtakbo ng opensa ng Cagayan nitong tournament na to?
Well, meron din siguro, ano, because right now, nakikita natin itong si Angge, hinuhugot-hugot lang din. So, ang maganda lang dyan, experienced player si Angge. Maybe the athleticism medyo nabawasan ng konti because of the injury. But she is back in shape. Hindi lang siguro yung dating level na nakita natin kay Angge.
Let's see if they can get some dividends out of her. She's in the back row. Giselle C, you're right. She's trying to act like a cheerleader on the floor as well. Over set, she drops a message to the other side. No response. Picked up now by Gilego, the new libero. The dump by Vargas. It is alive, but there is no chance to save it from sinking. It is 12-5. Sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ng dengue, Lion Tiger Katolang gamitin proudly. Philippine made, and Gonzaga will be serving for all of us. Her team ahead 12-5. That is caught. Soriano caught. Gone, and Pao Soriano had 2 attempts but all foiled.
You know, one of the things that we mentioned during the pre-game na kailangan talaga ng Cagayan, ano, yung leader. Na so far, even here in the second set, we need to see that. We need somebody to really step up, take on the leadership position,
Both from
and hold the team together.
both from a scoring and a motivational standpoint, they need somebody to get the offense going. In the meantime, it becomes a set. Vargas. It's painful to watch. Look at this. It's 14-5. Remember, the fourth set last time around was 25-5. Worst nightmare of Cagayan beginning to haunt itself again.
Kaya yun naman lumaban eh. Nagkakagulo tayo sa court eh. Pagsalita, pagtataas ang bola, dahil tataas na. Kapag salita yung kukuha. Huwag natin madali na nagkakamali-mali naman. Ha? Wala, hindi tayo... Ang layo, hindi nyo nakikita. Palayo na ng palayo ang score. Wala nang... Hindi tayo, puro error tayo. Error lang ginagawa. Puro error natin, pinupuntos nila.
Dalawang time pa natin. Huwag sabihin bola sa court natin. Huwag tayo magmadali.
Boy, very, very dire straits on that side of the floor. Error upon error upon error.
Sunod-sunod, yun yung ayaw mo na mangyari.
This is a game that punishes errors. You know, in basketball, you'll commit an error, might not result in a point. In volleyball, you make an error, it's a point.
Oh yes. Siguro back in the day, nung side-out na point system pa, okay lang mag-error ng konti, bawiin mo lang agad. But in this case,
No.
it's a free point for the opponent.
Absolutely correct, huh? In the meantime, Balse, Tabaquero lifted it. That's long.
Even Maizo,
Even the best laid plans are not happening.
somebody needs to step up and somebody needs to do it now.
Alam mo, sasabihin mo, fatigue. The fatigue gets to be an issue if you're not scoring. Soriano wants to score, but
But even the attempts, sir, if you look at it, lahat, palabas, may konting gigil na rin.
65-second technical of Cagayan. This is, you said, Dawis. Dawis, malakas din papalo ito. Now, Nes Familiar is digging in deep. Digging deep into his bench. He's looking for an energizer.
Oo, kailangan niya nung spark plug that would bring in the points for them. Currently, if you look at some numbers here, ang Cagayan has only scored 5 points so far but has also given Philippine Army 5 points. So
Yes.
parang in-offset lang nila yung puntos na ginawa nila para sa set na ito.
Ang hindi na factor ng Cagayan that how Bautista would be so explosive here today.
Oh yeah.
They expected, of course, Daques, Gonzaga, Balsi perhaps, but not Nene Bautista. Then she's just living up to her veteran billing. Salak with a swing. Sabi niya, baka sakaling tamaan ko eh. Gonzaga keeps it in flight. Bautista. And they recycle the offense. Salak with a step and a hop. Lahat lumilipad para mga balerina.
Oo, tsaka nakita mo, lahat binubuhay, lahat ng bola.
Sabas. And they want to do something simple. Salak, however, caught in the act. And it doesn't go back. 18-6. You know, in the fourth set of the Battle of these two, it was an early lead by Army as they raced to a 7-0 lead and just didn't look back in that awesome victory in the fourth set, 25-5. They're just in full control of this set as well. Salak. Bautista. Dak is over setting. Even the mistake becomes a point.
Well, Eulalio jumped for the ball. So inakala ni Tabaquero at Vargas na aabutin niya yung bola. Well, now Guevara comes in to replace Eulalio. Tama ka, no? Itong si Coach Ness already utilizing lahat ng kanyang mga players off the bench to see who can give the team the energy.
Magbihising kayo dalawang magkapatid dito. Ha? Salak, Tabaquero wise to that. It's 19-6 and that is also gone.
Siguro kung titignan din ng Cagayan, no, the way they're playing right now, we know, no question about the skills. These players are very skilled players, but how they're playing now, parang nangangapa sila sa isa't isa.
Oh, yes, indeed. In fact, throughout the quarterfinals, they really struggled for form. They lost to the Army, they lost to Ateneo, they lost to PLDT home Telpad until they just happened to have a better elimination round
Yeah.
total when they suddenly won against the Air Force to make it into the next round. In the meantime, even that is not working.
Oh, look at that. Coach Ness at the bench, clearly disappointed.
Sa panahon ng tagulan, iwasan ng dengue, lion, tiger, katol ang gamitin proudly Philippine made. I remember you making a comment when the score was 10-5. Then all of a sudden, 6 straight points by Army, and then another 6 straight points now, and they waste that serve. However, it's now 22-7, but it's been momentum entirely controlled by the Army.
That's right. And currently on the Cagayan side, only C and Maizo on the floor are the starters. Halos lahat napalitan na rin ni Coach Ness.
And Zini Sabas scoring 23-7. It's getting to be too simple. Cagayan needs to dig in deep, and it's not on the bench. It's probably somewhere inside their heads and their hearts. Guevara seeing action, as you mentioned. Here comes Tabaquero. Good swing, however, still playable. Dakis, Benito, and Dakis caught that.
Philippine Army really eager to get this championship, and ay na mag-game 3, Gusto na talagang tapusin itong araw na to.
Daming hairpin today ni Rachel. At mukhang prepared to get a lot of pictures. Oh boy, look at that.
Wow. And they end the second set with a service ace courtesy of Bautista.
And this is just as bad as 25-5.
Oh yeah, it is. Hindi man lang nag-double